Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy.
Hello.
We're joined again with Katie and me, yours truly, the Nerd Archivist of Nerd Archives.
Sir, why do you do that? We know you're with Nerd Archives. That's the channel we're posting it to.
The great and powerful Trixie.
We're not there. Trudy?
My Little Pony.
Oh.
You don't remember
No.
G4? Vaguely. You remember some of it.
Vaguely.
Just vaguely.
Just vaguely. God, I've been reading that on the internet. Shit.
Yeah.
But remember in one of the future installments of Phoenix Wright, he does have a daughter named Trudy, who is a magician.
Oh, well, talk about irony.
Where are we?
District Court courtroom number 1.
We watched like 4 episodes of the anime last night. Did you take notes? How does this turn out?
Usually in our favor. Just BS struggles, and then we turn the tables on our current prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, and we seize the day and continue on our next adventure.
Evidence, man. What evidence do we have?
Well, gee, let's take a look in here.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm waiting.
A cell phone, the glass shards, the thinker, wiretap, and the receipt. The receipt that everybody seems to have foolishly been ignoring in the whole story, an episode that we watched. If y'all have to be aware of this. There's an anime adaptation of Phoenix Wright. It's only 2 seasons long, but is it not the most? I thought it was pretty pretty good. It's not great, but it ain't completely bad either.
It skips over some of the charm, but it's not bad.
Statue Tinker.
It's not working. Lame.
Just a little recapper for myself. Because I remember the statue, it was hollowed out, and they're gonna go, well, it was used as a blunt object. It was never filled with anything.
It said the time. Because that was the excuse. Supposedly, it said the time.
Blunt force trauma. September 5th, 9 o'clock.
Instantaneous.
Yeah, instantaneous. And Dick Gumshoe, it's like, well, she had enough time to write the killer's name. It's Maya. Well, wait a minute. If you say what is true, how should she be doing that? If she died instantaneously. What, did she come back to life for 1 minute and then write the supposed killer's name down? Are you telling me that, Dick Gumshoe? Dick? Yeah, the anime got me all riled up in hilarity because it's like, I remember his case now. I mean, because it's the anime that's more condensed, it kind of took out some of the vital parts. Obviously the game and stuff, but yeah. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. They're not showing any signs of weaknesses. They are to be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness here, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe.
I thought his name was Detective Suede Shoes.
Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir! I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir! Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map on the office to explain.
Yes, please.
The body was found by this window here.
That does not look like a body.
And the cause of death... Oh, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir! The murderer weapon was a statue of the thinker and found next to the body, sir! It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir! The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue?
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Inner thoughts.
You're still calling it a statue?
Floor plans added to the court record. Inner thoughts?
It's a statement.
Now, detective.
Also a statement.
Now, detective. Obvious. Yes, sir! You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct?
Question good.
Can you tell me why?
Question good.
Yes, sir! I've had hard evidence. She did it, sir! Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There was 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Oh, he looks very happy about it, too.
Says he caught the criminal.
Why? We have a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Inner thoughts.
That is a question. There's a question mark there. Catchphrase.
I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Hey, Maya just drew something at me. Ow. What is this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness testimony, she would bluff it and push the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Let's see. You rush to the scene.
Sounds good. Sounds
There
good.
are 2 people there. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the moment of the murder.
Oh. Yeah.
Hold on just 1 second! Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly. What about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
Gumshoe himself.
Besides Dick. And I don't mean you, Gumshoe.
Very good. We went in the same
What?
direction.
What? Miss May.
Miss May.
Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure ain't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Oh, Phoenix. But one thing I've learned from a long time ago is You can press in earlier cases. You can press them all to your heart's content, but there's going to be points of the game where you can only have one chance, and you have to really think on it. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's so much as one chance, but it does like attack the health bar if you press wrong.
Yeah.
But that's in the high-profile, really hard cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-flashbacks. I'm having horrible memories about that, but it's like, yeah, that is true. Pressing helps because it knows the bigger picture and a bigger sees the bigger alibis and stuff, and then you just poke their.
It brings
poke
out a
through.
contradicting statement that you can actually present on.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There's something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence.
Hard evidence, I see. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
That's good.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was in the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Rada. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Suck it, lawyer!
Check my notes.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify to this vital piece of evidence the first time? Yeah, I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful next time.
Next time.
Sometimes I like to add libs and things. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Yeah, huh? Found a memo.
Yes. Blood.
On
Yes.
it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. A lab test showed the blood was the victim's. There was blood found on the victim's fingy.
That's cool. Yeah.
She died writing the killer's name.
Where she got.
Well, that's his whole testimony.
Yes.
So that's the last one.
Come on. Keep going. Keep going. One more.
There it is.
There.
Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Where did you press on it? In books, movies. Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard many of the cases, no. Stop right there!
He's at a point. The opinion is irrelevant. As someone who grew up on Court TV when Court TV was actually Court TV. Okay, prison. Autopsy. Instantaneous.
Okay, there it is.
I watched the anime.
Detective Gumshoe,
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
there's one thing I want you to clarify for me. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it?
Yes, it is.
Of course she wrote it! Who else could have?
The killer.
You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards?
Don't confuse them with big words, please.
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective! Unless you're Larry Butts. Order! Order! The defense has a point! Someone who died immediately wouldn't have to have time to write anything down. Mr. Wright! I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? When?
The day after the murder, I think?
Oh boy.
I forgot.
I forget.
It's been about 24 hours since we played. I forgot. The day after the murder?
I think it was the day. Because he was sent off.
Well, wasn't he murdered at night? And so it would have to be the next day, technically? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was the day of the
Alright,
murder. I don't know how they're counting it.
Let's throw our eggs in a basket here. It has to be today.
Well, we're not going to get penalized.
It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. You got people with the same crap. Okay, yeah, we're going in the right somewhere.
Yeah.
He updates it. What? NANI?! A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request.
That's suspicious.
Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object.
Almost.
But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write mine. That is all. I see! Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham!
You're a sham, Edgeworth. We all know he's crooked.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can suck these judicial balls!
Jesus.
Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report?
I'm so glad we have this track right now.
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No.
No matter, y'all. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. You cheapskate, Miles.
I'm pretty sure that's not cheap to do that.
It is cheap. He's tricking and
It's a cheap shot, but not a cheap request.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? I'm sorry, profusely. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
Oh God. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd! The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us where you are on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred.
I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court what you saw. Witness's account.
It like 9 p.m. at night, and I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she bit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. And that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Wink, jiggle.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination?
No need for that. She's too cute.
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
And with other parts of her, yes.
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
And yet she won her cases.
Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes, I'm doing it.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Like dodged to one side and ran away. And then she caught up to her. Yeah. That's it? Nothing really jumps out as contradiction. There's gotta be something in there somewhere!
Go through it again, go through it again, go through it again.
Maybe I better just press on the facts, on her facts a bit. So if I remember, I think it is this one, I think.
I think so. Because it makes it sound like she hit her once.
She dodged? Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please continue your testimony. Let's see, we don't have the... Oh wait, we do have the diagram. The floor plans. And of course it picks it apart because the body was, out of sight. Lamp was in the far corner, the body was slumped to the side. And of course because of their trajectory of seeing things, they would only see like that way across only one side.
No, straight down the middle.
Oh, straight down the middle. I like how in the animated it kind of made it look a little more arced.
It does look a little more arched, but you see the bottom portion is the window from the hotel.
Of course.
That's what we're seeing there.
They wouldn't have known who had killed who and such unless they were like right there in the middle.
Well, yeah, that's where the window was.
I want to press the last one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How did you know it was my client?
Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had the girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a point.
I question your story.
Hold on a minute. Hold it right there. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that.
You saw nothing.
Did you really see a defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what's the meaning of this? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, The witness's testimony mentions neither of those things. Her testimony is bogus!
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
That's how you took her into custody.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss Fay? Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn! Almost happened! Witness's account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, she jogged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue clock, the finger. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
No, it does not. I see. Only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
How do you know it was a clock?
That's a good one. And let's see. Dodged the first attack, but remember, it was one swipe.
It was, but it doesn't say 2 hits. Just dodged the first attack. That means it did not make contact.
Okay. Ran after her. So pretty much pulling a Benny Hill.
Swiping everywhere. See? And it says hit her. That's when she hit her.
You saw it, I did. And you think it's the faker?
Yes, because how do you know that it's a clock?
Yeah. A clock?
Mhm.
Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
This does sound familiar.
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
Let's take a look at the thinker.
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Where? Really? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called us a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Murder?
Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here.
Pedophiles?
The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
I don't want to.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Woo! If you stopped me there, the trial would have been over.
huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yes! I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would you go there? I heard from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
Not at all.
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it.
It couldn't have rung.
Oh, that's true. That's even a bigger one. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork.
The entire court looks like man, that's a bad thing.
How could you possibly? Just take a look right now.
Oh.
See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright? Would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar!
What do you call him?
Fat!
Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clock removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course.
Wait, I can.
I have proof. What? Oh, you heard me. Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof like you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clockwork was removed is...
Maya's phone.
Take a look at this!
What?
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention!
I didn't know his eyes vibrated when he got mad like that.
Oh god, yeah. In the high definition.
Yeah.
Like, look, Phoenix is right, eyes are more detailed, and like I said, the sprites from the original game weren't bad, but they weren't that detailed. This is the HD piece of resistance.
I still miss yelling into my device objection. You cannot beat that.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clock was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at our hotel! Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes, it's two of a kind.
The witness claimed she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Maybe the statue. Right? Yep, made by Larry Butts. Good old Larry.
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever!
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here in the police custody.
Is in the police custody.
Oh, in the police custody.
Is. So. I'm in trouble. Oh, he's going for the coffee. Okay. I thought he was going for the thinker.
Voice work is hard. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Close enough, I guess.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
That's a good one.
Oh, excuses not on sale today? Ooh, you've been burned, bitch!
Burn!
Oh God, she is horrifying in this one. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me! Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? That face.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I'll take my sword and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
She's a bitch. That's my opinion.
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because...
You heard about it.
Yeah, she wasn't the murderer. The witness had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known to think it was a clock. And I could show you the proof! Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Oh, right here, Your Honor! Right here! I have a look at this. Oh. Well, it's kind of a mix.
I'll do it.
I found this in Miss May's room. Notice when she goes full nightmare face that I get to do the voice.
Okay, fine.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were attacking the victim, Miss Maya Faye's phone, weren't you?
Were you not?
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. not totally sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Yes.
Absolutely. Edward. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing! Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone?
Yes, we literally just heard that.
Can you prove that? I think not!
Shut up, my man.
Oh yeah? I think I can! It's simple! What? Nutty!
I'm mad at Cassidy's.
Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
A cell phone.
I present the defendant's cell phone.
That we literally just heard 5 minutes ago.
Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
That was on the phone. A clock. Makes it look like a statue. There you go. A phone call.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to the conversation. That's how you knew the stake was a clock. Am I wrong?
Hi.
Your Honor, this is ridiculous! Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does this seem unamused? Does she seem amused to you? That reminds me of
get on for that.
that reminds me of the old SpongeBob joke. Does this look certain to you?
Yes.
The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
It's no fair! All of you are ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seeing the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Why the wiretap?
That's something I would like to know.
Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy-tappy irrelevant?
God, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. No, Robert. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil girl. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course I can. And will.
You can't be serious. No way. No, serious. You can't be serious.
Wait, I say, wait! Oh, and I assume I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer? Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee.
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the crime of the murder.
At the time of
Oh,
murder.
at
Not at the scene of the crime.
Ergo, The witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
Better.
Yeah! So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone.
Yes.
However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No! You're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Well, we call the bellboy, obviously, as a witness.
That would help.
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness, Your Honor. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've said quite well enough already.
Oh, you haven't seen me yet? I object to calling the bellboy.
Why?
Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I will consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, since she is innocent.
Fair enough.
And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty in Miss Maya Fey.
No.
That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood! I accept your condition! Fool. You fell right into my trap.
You fell for my trap card.
You, fool. You just fell right into my trap card. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel boy to the stand.
The hotel boy? It's the hotel bellboy. It's the bellboy.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Thanks. Is it the tea and scones?
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
He was slightly English last time, sir.
Slightly English. He was French first. Then I said no, and then you say, oh no, he's not French. So now I guess I'll go with the English guy. That tea set looks rather heavy, so with further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 a.m. in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought her to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Oh, look at that. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Alright, so this is like a pretty tight alibi, but not, it's not that bad. Yeah, for 4 generations.
That's good.
8 a.m. of the evening from our guest, Miss May. Asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot.
Why 9 on the dot, though?
I brought to her at precisely the requested time. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. This bellboy wouldn't have any reason to lie. I have to find something to use in his testimony. One more time, I'll press him until he spills the beans. Or his tea. Either way, he'll spill.
This was before the time of the phrase spill the tea. How interesting. This was like what, early 2000s? Before spilling the tea was a thing.
Interesting. Well, I just learned something today, and I hope we all learned something too, folks. So
Let's
I
press
think
this one because I want to know why. Why exactly at 9?
9 on the dot. You say? Yes, I've confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished. 9 a.m. The time of the murder.
9 p.m. It's at night. It's in the evening. 9 p.m.
I'm getting henpecked. Okay. So let's see. Brought to her at precisely the requested time, of course. All we can do is kind of press a little bit.
Yeah, let's press on more statements and see if he gives anything up.
Precisely 9. You're sure about this? 9 p.m. Correct?
I thought it was 9 a.m.
Precisely. Exactly and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay.
How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought. Oh boy, bellboy, TV, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 a.m.
9 a.m.?
p.m. Why would she be so particular about that time?
I know, right?
I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
Are you sure it was Miss May? What if it was a doppelganger? Could have been her sister.
You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Ah, he knows the birthmark on her left butt cheek. I see.
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism.
He's cute. Perfect.
How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guests favored me with embracers. Embracer, sir. You know, embracer. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. It's very fishy to me. I think of Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tis. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I?
Perfect.
Wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That is all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? It's not the bedmate. It's either the room service or the check-in. It could be possibly room service.
Could be because we did see the two
Wine glasses. So what do you say?
How about room service?
Alright. This is it. This is the bottom of the inning. This is the pitch. And here we go!
It's down onto the controller.
Tell me again about room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 p.m., I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 for the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Does that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. Oh!
Two, you say?
What did you just say?
What did you say?
What did you say? Oh, rather white. Bellboy, tell us the truth. Now! Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable.
You're objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good garrison, Mr. Edwards, he asked me not to mention it if I was asked specifically, sir.
I wasn't asking.
You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is the other person? Simple. It was... well, the man with Miss May.
I don't know. The voice. It could be Miss April May.
The man who checked in with Miss May! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My feeding pills, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart, amateur. These accusations, ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really? Oh.
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and his trembling lips. She's a fanfic writer. It sends shivers up my spine.
Oh God.
She's a fanfic writer.
You say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... no, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Misfit May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
Puffy face. I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work anywhere else.
Won't work everywhere. I guess she's letting her charms won't work everywhere.
Especially with the voice of Dr. Girlfriend. It just won't win her anybody. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis?
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony. The victim dodged an attack, but then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do for me at all. Now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free.
Yes. Yes.
Turnabout Sisters.
Day 2, investigation.
Alrighty. So, what should we do? Should we continue?
Let's stop it here and we can continue in a second. Just, split up the video so I don't have a total hellacious workload to go through.
Well, that's a very good point taken. That thought actually looked like a perfect time. Surprisingly, how everything worked out. Alright, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button.
Check out our shops, link in the bio, or description, or whatever, down below.
Leave a like and a comment below. And as always, stay safe out there. Have a good one on me. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.